Today, I'm going to talk to you about nuance, experience, right? Things that you learn when you really have the experience. So when I talk about the difference in caregiving sales to like car lot sales, it's going to fall on deaf ears and it's going to create more dissonance. It's going to create more harm than good if we don't understand all the nuances of what emotional labor does to a person, right? In order to display high levels of emotional intelligence, you have to be in the condition to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Monarch and Moreau, and this channel is dedicated to funeral professionals who, although they don't have the lowest price, they wouldn't mind making the most money. Because in caregiving sales, you have to be aware of subtle details, subtle language patterns that are going to have a tremendous negative effect on your clients. I needed to help caregiver sellers sell.
Deposit withdrawal, which is good. And all you're doing by all these front-loaded questions that are really flying under the radar like a drug plane, like they're being unnoticed, is that it's making you weaponized.
Yeah.
To be a master closer.
Weaponizing ourselves against families?
Yep. I need to, and here's just an example.
Against our clients? An example of what not to do. I don't think that's going to work in caregiving sales. I don't think that's going to work with most professionals, right? Who are delivering an important service like a doctor or a criminal defense attorney. I don't think that type of sales mentality is what's going to carry the day. This isn't a knock on Andy, but there's levels to this. Unlike the guy selling solar panels or on the car dealership, in caregiving sales, that just doesn't work. If you want real power at the bargaining table and you're a caregiving sales professional, you need a more nuanced approach. I needed to help caregiver sellers sell because they were just apathetic towards sales. They didn't want to hear about it. They want to hear about sales training, deaf ears, right? So about 9,000 hours into this, I stumbled across some intricacies, some nuances. When you understand the demands of emotional labor, you realize why increasing that cognitive strain, increasing that dissonance is a death sentence for your caregiver salesperson. And I'm going to break all that down in the blog. So go to the blog. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to link to his video so you can compare what I say in the blog about the video to the actual video. Now listen, let me be clear. I don't know what Andy Elliot would do. He spent a lot of time on that car lot, and I've spent a lot of time with caregivers that paid receipt. And whether we like Andy Elliot or not, and I personally love Andy Elliot, but whether we like him or not, we have to say the same thing about Andy Elliot as we said about Kate. Do you remember in the previous video what we said about Kate? That video where we broke down the price shopper call and we analyzed the emotional intelligence that Kate deployed on that call? If you don't remember that, you should go back and watch that video probably right now. Listen, I love Andy Elliot. Just not going to work here, though. Now, I'm not against persuasive words, talk tracks, but it's the direction, it's the intent that those words flow from. If I was training a marathon runner, I wouldn't train them the same way that I'm training a power lifter. That perspective needs to be in the approach that you take with a used car salesperson versus maybe a caregiving salesperson. I stumbled across some intricacies, some nuances that unlock caregiver sellers. Face it, most of these trainers simply aren't versatile enough. That's why you've never heard of this before. And I'm going to break all that down in the blog. So go to the blog. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to link to his video so you can compare what I say in the blog about the video to the actual video. Paid receipt.